No, I mean, that's good news, but it's not as good. Just trying to
There's
pull
other,
up.
there's other good news.
Awesome.
It just gets
Perfect.
better and better from here.
Okay, we're going to start the meeting. This is the 250th American Revolution Anniversary Committee. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, Sean. Okay, we're going to start a pledge allegiance to the flag, everyone.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. We have a lot tonight to discuss. Going to discuss the topics that we written down with the fireworks and the walk-in app, and we'll just break it down. The fireworks we can start off with. I know Christy has something to say, so I'm looking forward to hearing it. Hi, BJ. How are you?
Let me start.
Yeah, please.
So I did send out that scope of work to all the fireworks, or to 3 fireworks companies that I could find. I just was Googling them, and we reached out to some other towns to see who other folks had used. So one of them was the one that you had used previously. So waiting, gave them a deadline of next week to give us a quote. I did include in there, I did the 20 to 25 minutes, but then I also asked them to give us a quote if it was 15 minutes, just so you can consider what you want to do, and identified that they would be responsible for helping us find a shooting location, but also helping us identify some viewing locations. I also reached out to the superintendent just so she knew that we were talking about Hastings as a viewing
Great
location. Which, she was perfectly supportive of that. So as long as you can see from there, and that's where we decide, I think that would, we would pursue that conversation with her as well. So that went out. And then I did, in thinking about the 300th anniversary committee and anniversary committees being a little bit different, I did reach out to town council to get clarification on the fundraising, and he actually said that you can fundraise. So that's my good news.
That is awesome.
So just kind of reading a little bit from his email, donated funds are gifts to the town. So we did set up a gift account. I had forgotten that too. Amanda looked back and found that when we created this committee, we set up a gift account. So that's where the funds are from the Spirit Committee that were transferred. And then any future money that's gifted can go right into that gift account. And so that's going to be really important for signing a contract for fireworks, because we need to be able to cover all the expenses.
Exactly.
So
That is awesome
my good
news,
news. Yeah.
Christy. Thank you so much. I mean, this is awesome.
yeah.
I just wanted to ask a question.
Go right ahead.
Christy, if I may, the
Yes.
companies that would want to donate money, that check would be made out to the 250th American Revolution Anniversary Committee or something else?
The town.
The town.
Town of Westboro.
Town of
Just town of
Westboro, and in
Westboro.
the note, they would want to put the 250th.
Memo,
Yeah.
okay.
So this means we're allowed to ask and not have to go under the cover of darkness in bars asking for donations.
Put it in masks.
Yes, you do not have to go under the cover.
That is so exciting. Oh, that made my night.
I'm going to send along the advisory to the group so that everyone's aware of any limits around it, but you should feel set. So that's
Thank
good.
you, Christy.
Sure.
Thank you.
And that's all.
Thank you so much. Well, we're just going to work down the list, which Carla was so nice to write. So we did the Declaration of Independence. Gary Kelly did it, and we have John Arnold. So that's a go.
So one thing with that, so
Okay.
two people independently, so Gary Jeffries, who Gary connected me with, and then the Historical Society have both mentioned a reading of the Declaration of Independence, but they don't know that John Arnold is thinking about doing it, planning to, and has been asked to do it. So everybody kind of wants this,
Okay.
but nobody's taking the lead on it. So other organizations are interested, so we should just figure out a time.
Great. Great idea.
Just
That's
connect
what we'll
everybody
do.
and
Yeah, just if
dots.
John's gonna do it, we could, which is an awesome idea. We let the
But
other
we
people
can
know.
cut it like, separate some of the wordings or whatever, and then they can all have a little piece of it.
Well, it's not that they wanted to claim it. They're all hoping somebody will do it. And I
Right.
think they'd be thrilled if John would do it. And actually, Gary Jeffries had mentioned the idea of having some colonial reenactors there also. Kind of stuff.
that'd be cool.
More to
Perfect.
come with reenact.
Okay, perfect.
Did we get Lydia's updates?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, can we circle back to fireworks for a minute?
Yes, please, I'm sorry.
That's okay. So I spoke to the chief in Northborough,
Okay.
and they have between 3,000 and 5,000 people, townspeople and out-of-towners. That's both. They have it at the high school, and it's a whole day thing, and they have a chicken barbecue. They do, interestingly enough, charge per car load, because everybody parks at Algonquin.
Right.
So it's $20 for the carload to watch the fireworks. But there's also,
Where does that money go?
that's what I'm going to say.
Okay.
So there's also for a chicken barbecue, different activities going on there. Of course, that's nothing we could do right now, and pull the brakes on everything. But that's how they do it. And the fireworks do last between 25, 26, 28 minutes in Northborough. Then I spoke, Millbury, I spoke to them. They haven't had fireworks for about 2 to 3 years. So they don't even do them anymore.
Okay.
And Upton, I spoke to a lieutenant in Upton. Same thing, between 3,000 and 5,000 people. They have it at Blackstone Valley High School. All events are there. Same thing, about 25 to maybe 30 minutes for fireworks. And so that's, they're all very helpful.
Did they tell you how many people attend?
Yeah, the same thing, between
Same
3,000
thing.
and 5,000. And that's for the
Thank you.
town and the out-of-towners.
Okay.
And of course, they said, which you had expressed, that, the police need a plan and all that. And I said, we're on top of that. He'd speaking to Todd. I said the town manager had already spoken to Todd about it, and the fire chief about it. So they're in the loop. So that's where we are. And I reached out to Ian. Ian's traveling.
With the Westboro walking.
Yeah, I'm sorry, with the walking app, and he
No, don't be
will,
sorry.
he'll get back to me as soon as he's back in town. I don't know when that is, but he said he would get back to me. And if not, then I'll text him again.
Exactly.
That can be a first-class pain in the ass. So. But I admit it.
That's it.
Own it.
Thank you.
Nothing.
Thank you, Lydia.
Yep.
Great information.
So this makes me think we should have some group, whatever, put together a fundraising plan. Who are we gonna hit? That kind of thing. How do we do that? Do I sit here and say, I'd like to make a motion that
No, I think with our contacts, we can just reach out.
We can reach out to them. Yeah.
I would like to see something that is put together like professionally. That doesn't mean with money, someone that knows what they're doing, that we can send out to the contacts.
So I don't know if anybody attended this, but back beginning of last summer in June, Sean Moore had that fundraiser over in front of Prototype Gym. Fundraiser, he was waiting for a kidney transplant, which he thankfully has received. But we did a lot of fundraising for that, and we basically maintained a spreadsheet,
Yep.
and we would write what businesses we contacted, who we spoke with. Obviously, our name was on the file, and what they were willing to donate. And it helped quite a bit because many people had similar contacts and no one really double dipped,
Right.
like approached a
Right.
same business twice. So it might be, I'm not a really techie person.
When I did
Anyone's
the
good at
300, we basically did the same thing.
Okay.
I kicked off the first fundraiser at the Knights of Columbus. We had a meal and we had a dance. Lydia was there, and it was called the Wagon and Chair. So it was a bunch of alcohol in it, which was against It was against, we can't do that again. But we had a
That's
band.
another
we-
story for another day.
It's exactly, I'm not gonna get into that one. But we,
But there could be a hell of an after party.
well, we had a meal and we had a band. And so they came and they gave to it and we raised $2,000 right out the door. So like little events we can try to put on to fundraise, and that's how we make our subcommittees. If we can branch out, Christy, meaning that like a fundraiser committee, is that possible or?
You can create subcommittees, but subcommittees are still subject to posting requirements.
right.
Right.
I think what I would suggest, just given your timeline, that you probably don't want to spend time planning fundraising events. I think what Gary was saying is that you just
Go around and, right.
sort of
Right.
identify who
Right
you're going
list.
to go ask, as opposed and making sure that you're not duplicating that.
Yes, that's the big
yeah,
thing too.
that-
I sort of wonder on that idea, I mean, these are things that people do as a profession to do capital campaigns and fundraising, things like that. I mean, I sort of wonder if that's something we consider using some of the money that we have for the committee for, with an investment of $1,000 or something, bringing in 5,000-10,000 on the other side. I don't know, but I sort of agree that doing it professionally maybe.
It's yeah, exactly, because we just have a little bit time. I just kind of wanted to tell Carla what we did on the 300th, but we had time. We don't have time now.
That's actually not a bad idea. Do you have someone
That's
in
a great
mind?
idea.
I don't, but
Okay.
but I've helped run a capital campaign before, so I know
Christy,
that
can
there's
we
people who
possibly
select
do that?
for me, and there'll just be more.
I would just want to get an opinion that
Okay,
they think that that council thinks the use of that money to hire a fundraiser, I mean, is
Yeah,
consistent. I mean, you can certainly go in whatever direction you want, but I don't know, just if you just want to put together a letter from this committee
Right.
to send to your contacts and see what you.
that's a good idea. Right,
Because I'm not sure what the goal is anyway. I don't think we know yet what the
No.
the fundraising goal is.
exactly. Okay,
All I'm saying is, before I go to Peter Gardner at the Westboro House of Pizza on a Friday night and said, I'd like to have you get money, I'd like to have a consistent message.
Yeah,
yeah,
I think.
And it could be something that one of us puts together. It doesn't have to be beyond that, in my mind. I'm not saying not to do professional fundraiser of some kind.
I think it depends on what we want to use. How much money do we need and what is it for? And that
Right.
will change the tone of what we want to do.
exactly, Andrew, until we go through the list and see what we want and what we don't
What
want.
I don't want to do is, sorry, Peter. What I don't want to do is keep saying, I'll talk to Peter Gardner and have him say, yeah, I'll give you 250. When we think what's reasonable for him is 1,000. And, kind of stub our toes on that.
Sure.
That's all.
Sure.
Yeah,
So with all of us having different contacts within town, should we just start a list, like a paper? And just everybody writes down who they're thinking of approaching as a start? So that we're not,
If you want, you could send your contacts just individually to Amanda, and
okay,
then we can put a
Okay,
list together
perfect.
for next meeting.
perfect.
yeah, if you don't mind, Amanda. If that's too much, just let us know.
That's
I
okay.
feel bad.
A Google Sheet would do the
Thank you.
same thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's my solution, but that's my
Yeah, that's
way
what
I
we
do it.
used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was super easy. Like we could say who we spoke with when and what they offered.
I mean, whoever wants to do it, please.
and if we want to write a letter, I don't mind writing it,
Okay, great, Carla.
but I would like bullet points as to what we really want to focus on in the letter.
Right,
Which is
For
the
that-
same thing.
right. Especially after
we're all
we
on the same page.
discuss.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Great.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
course.
I would, and I don't know what the open transparency laws are, but I mean, I would push more for the Google Sheet because we could all share with the emails. That's something that's a live document that
And we can update it.
that we could update.
Is that something we want public though for the names of people we know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that-
well,
that's a-
that's what I'm asking. I don't know.
You do have to,
Yeah.
so I just sent out this email to the committee, but you do have to sort of publicly acknowledge who has
That's
given
right.
you money.
Exactly,
That's right,
that's
'cause
what,
anything that's brought to the table
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
public information. I don't care if
Right.
it's this piece of paper that we're
It
talking
is.
about for 1 second. It's now a public
and we
document.
have to thank them.
The only thing, so the Google Sheet could say, I guess, who's being contacted and what their, what their contact is. What you wouldn't want to do is have another column that says, I called them and this is what
No,
they said.
no.
Okay.
Then
No,
that-
yeah.
that's
So then
public
that will
information.
show.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
that's
public,
just-
yeah.
No, it's,
You start
no,
to have
No, we don't.
deliberation.
So we can keep that to ourselves, like keep our
Well,
own
you
little
would-
notes.
You would just report out at the meeting.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think that may be helpful, just so we all have a
That sounds
list
good.
of, so we don't, because you're gonna say Knights of Columbus, and I'm gonna say Knights of Columbus too, right, you know, so,
Exactly.
Yeah.
there's gonna be a lot of, not a lot of
Conflicting,
overlap, but
right.
there's gonna be quite a few, so.
Right.
We don't wanna have everybody run into the same entities and
Exactly.
waste their
And we don't
time.
want to upset anybody at the same time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
good thinking. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so we said reenactment now.
I'll set up the sheet. So do you want me to set up the sheet? Set up
Yes,
the
Yes,
sheet,
Casey,
yeah.
thank
You
you.
want to
I'd
participate?
like to
Why
show
not?
you back the stuff that we just talked about. So you're gonna just do the sheet.
Share the
Yeah.
Google sheet.
Sounds like someone's gonna write a letter.
Carla's gonna write the letter. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Casey.
Yeah.
Letter.
So then at the next meeting, you'll report out what the Google Sheet says and then also discuss the letter. And then you can go.
and that's it.
Okay,
Yeah, great.
That's it. Nothing more.
and Casey.
Yeah.
Can we also make an action item to talk about what the funding is going to be used for?
Well, I think we'll
Yeah,
find that out.
we'll
when
find
someone-
out.
But I mean,
When
like,
somebody
it's just going to be
folks
important to
report
lay that
back.
out. Randomly soliciting funding for
Right,
whatever.
right, we,
Like to
yeah,
ask people a concrete thing, here's what our plans are, here's what we could use. it for.
exactly. We have to be transparent. Absolutely. Yeah,
And I think in this town, I discovered from fundraising for Sean Moore's event that everyone's really generous and very
Oh,
open
yes.
and very trusting. And they were fantastic about it. So
yeah. We have a great community. Bless me.
we really do. We really, really do.
I think
Sean,
Just a quick question, since this is a public event, they're funding, you want to talk about sponsorship levels and how they may be acknowledged?
here's, yeah,
That was part of what I was thinking and like ideas to include in the letter.
right.
Sponsorship levels.
Like the gold star, you know, gold, silver, or,
I mean, even the idea, I don't know if this was your intention with using 250 of asking for that, but that right there is something that, you know, I think would bring people to it. Ask for $250 for the 250th committee. Not that we wouldn't want $1,000, but it's just sort of a brand
A
of
starting
fundraiser.
right, it's,
And that could be one of the levels, like the intro level.
exactly.
For 20.
Yeah. Keep it to the
There's all kinds of ways to fundraise.
Right.
$250,000 from Amazon. Yeah.
From Dole and Malone.
Yeah. Well,
Here's, thank you, Sean.
we'll see.
Thank you for your contribution.
Yeah. We'll see. I can't speak
We,
on that.
we did it at the 300 with the tiers, and then we had banners, but I don't think we can go there.
$7,000 by the
We
time.
don't
they
have
finish.
time to do
Oh,
all
yeah.
that.
1,000 will be fine.
No, I'm not even gonna suggest. Okay. So now we can do the reenactment.
So these are just brief notes coming off my phone, but I was able to talk to Gary Gregory, who's a neat guy who has done reenactments in the past himself and put on historical tours for a long time in Boston. He is just in that scene, so he's a wealth of knowledge. Essentially, he said that there's no problem to do this. We just have to figure out what it says. You need to book these things early, so you need to know when you want to do it, and figure out sort of the character. So obviously, there's a limited array of characters, but he says he does Ben Franklin, which is pulling that into an email from the Historical Society, which I forwarded to you all. They have a gentleman
Right.
coming up to do John Adams, who I had found on the random internet search as well. And then I found a guy in Boston who does Sam Adams reenactments. And they're actually doing, I think, a Tea Party reenactment kind of thing with him.
Wow.
So there's a lot of these possibilities. And again, it's just a question of what we decide we want to do. You know, do we find someone who can sponsor it from there? The other thing I found was there's a lot of different voices talking past each other right now. Like we were talking about with the Declaration of Independence. 2 independent groups had mentioned this idea of really liking it, not knowing that we had already made moves on that. But I think that's something to consider here is like, do we want to be the source? Do we want to pull everybody in so everybody knows what everybody else is doing, just to keep it organized to make sure there's not 5 people setting up independent
Right.
reenactments or whatever? Now, knowing the Historical Society is already putting on a reenactment, that's part of the program we have for the town.
Right.
So do we have a way to convey this to everybody in town, about everything that's going on? Or do they have to check the historical society and then
I mean,
find out the website?
couldn't we start an email chain with the heads, like we'll put Roberta on it and like the
Right.
head of each of these
Right.
different areas
We
and send an
have-
update, like a weekly update about what's been decided?
We have a page as well, right, Christy? A Facebook
Yeah,
page in the
I
town?
think that was the intent of bringing people before you, so that you could start to hear what was going on and then generate some sort of
Is it up?
single
Right.
database of the events.
Is it up and working?
Your pages, yeah.
It's at the town.
It's on the website.
It's on the website.
So who can add to it?
I don't,
Because it's useless if nobody is adding
Yeah.
anything to it.
yeah, so we can, but I think others can get permission to add to it. for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So we should get somebody to.
And I know that that's something that, I believe that's what Laura told us that they're trying to do at the state level. So I think at the local level, it makes sense that you would
Oh, absolutely.
get a
Yeah.
page going.
So we can be
Sense.
transparent on that page so they can see what we're doing.
And then other people can just provide, I mean, if you're all okay with it being on your page, if we start to get information, we could just add it as well.
Yeah.
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 absolutely.
No,
Okay,
that's great.
that's great,
And
Christy.
somehow if the town would know that we have a page, and they can go on there for the 26th of.
Well, we can
June.
put it on the heart, right?
Well,
And share.
yes, we
We
can.
can share.
It's great to say we have a page, thank you, but if no one knows about it, we
I mean,
don't have
that's
a
right.
page.
So,
So I think that as a part, I think we are sensing a need for a communications effort around all this stuff. And it's to the other groups in town, it's to the people that are reaching in their pockets and hand us some money. Dolan Maloney, I just heard that they signed up for $1,000.
Yep.
So, my point solely is,
Happy to support.
I think that we need to package some of this
Right.
and communicate it. And I'm gonna again mention that there's a short time frame, so we gotta get hopping on some of this.
I can go after Dave Baggin and put it on the Community Advocate. We could put it on Facebook. Yeah,
I'm fine
all-
with the Heart of Westboro publishing a lot of this stuff. I'm one of the
Yeah.
admins, as you know, and happy to do that. We can do it all we want. I just think that we need to start knowing what we're gonna communicate.
Right.
Can we review stuff that we want to communicate in an email?
No. But, I mean, you meet pretty regularly, so I think you could designate one or two people to do that work, or you could create some communications and then, or have a couple people create something and bring it here and then show it and then.
Have everybody.
yeah, that's what I was thinking I would do with the letters. or
Yeah,
something.
Yeah.
I mean, anything that you want to, I mean, you can certainly post on the Heart of Westboro. My concern always with social media that you need to join is that people who are not part of that don't get to see it. So,
That's true.
but
Absolutely.
but so
You're
I
right.
would say that the town Facebook page is your best vehicle, and then have it shared, everywhere.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Because we can
but-
invite people to the page too. There's the option on all of those types of pages to invite other
Right.
people to view it. So we can just within ourselves start building that up to get that
Yeah, so
momentum going.
our communication policy in the town is that everything is shared through the town page, and then folks can share it out to other pages.
Right.
So, so you're
Right.
certainly welcome to do that. Amanda can post anything on the Facebook page.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can send stuff out through town news. People subscribe to town news, so they get the email when
Yep.
we send it out. And then, like, the recreation department might be a good one where they would share what we post. We would specifically ask them, depending on what you're doing. I know that the superintendent has been.
I have to be honest, I don't want to be on another Facebook or a
I don't think you
page.
should.
I
we
don't
should not
want
do our
to.
own Facebook
No.
page.
No.
I don't mind moderating it. Since I'm like doing the letter anyway, I can just come up with a blurb for our first. It'll be similar. So come up with a blurb for a first post.
So what I was saying is that you shouldn't set up your own Facebook page.
Right.
Yeah,
You
no,
should use the
but
town page. Oh,
The
okay.
town
Sorry.
page.
through the town page.
Sorry, okay.
Just come up with a blurb for it.
Perfect. Thank you, Carla.
So once that's done, then I guess, because this communication gap, thing, then do we email all the organizations in town and say, do you have things you're planning send them to us and we can post them kind of on our site? Is that?
That would be
That would be
reasonable.
good. Yeah,
That was the email that I originally sent out to the boards and committees and that we thought might be planning things. So I think we can grab what we already learned, and then if there's additional things that we learn.
right.
I think that there's a difference between sending out a note saying we should do this and saying, okay, we're gonna take the lead on this now. Please work with us and send us your stuff.
That was what was said. So
Yeah,
we
Yeah,
can-
and how many things have we got? My point is, I don't think it's worked. I'm not being critical. I'm
no,
just saying,
I'm not.
I think that we need to, lead, follow, or get out of the way. And so on this one, I think that there's a leadership void that we should be filling.
Well, I don't think there's actually, to Christie's point, I don't think there's been anything to report yet, other
no,
than we've been meeting,
right.
and we now looking into this stuff.
Now we're looking at this stuff and then
And I think
once
now that we
narrow
have,
it-
actual, we will be getting concrete things to do and posted. Then if
Right.
there's no response, to me, that's different than, there's nothing out there now.
Right. We just have to have it in a bundle before we go out. That's all.
Pretty with a bow.
What do you think about? That's right. Thank you, Andrew. Okay. Historical tours. Is that Casey?
Yep.
Yeah, Casey.
So I reached out to, emailed Leslie as well, and gonna hopefully meet with him in the next couple weeks, so to set something up.
Okay, to
That's
be
all I've got.
determined. Thank you.
Yeah. And do you want me to do the education one now that I'm here?
Yes, please.
Education started drafting a K-12 spreadsheet of different events that the different grade levels can get involved in. So to make it so teachers are aware, and if they want to supplement some of these things, here's what's going on. Here's some opportunities for kids at this point in time. So
That's awesome.
yeah, so give teachers the fluidity to, lean in as much as they want on those kinds of events.
I like that.
There's some good stuff going on, and there's a lot that, some opportunities, some essay opportunities. If kids want to go write, they could possibly get
That's awesome.
some recognition.
Right.
A couple scholarships too.
Yeah, get the kids involved and get the teachers involved. Get the whole community involved.
So it'll be shared
Yeah.
with teachers, like
Yes.
Tara will disseminate it for the
Yep.
grades. Okay.
I'm meeting again on Wednesday afternoon
Okay.
with a couple folks on that too. So we'll move forward on that. The other thing, speaking about communication, I did speak with the assistant superintendent as well, mentioning that we would like to maybe have him back in at a later date, once we have a little more concrete plan. One of the things that is pretty effective as far as communication is the Parent Square email.
Yes,
I
it
get
is.
between, I think, about 85 to 300 text messages a day from Parent Square, so it's very effective. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
The parents, I don't know if they bought in, they're all over it.
Yeah, so it's any messaging going out through that is very effective. I have my app and it lights up all the time.
Awesome.
So depending on like what building that you're in, so you get a different message for each building, but that's something that if we had some more concrete plans, we want to get the kids involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to detail that. We need to lay that out. And again, like Gary was saying, message it appropriately and then out
I
it
like
goes.
that.
Yeah.
We
so-
didn't have that growing up. Oh, I
Yeah.
like that.
When Annalise was at Mill Pond and Jackson was at Gibbons, I would get both Gibbons and Mill Pond.
Wow.
So it would show what's going on within their buildings and then what's going on district wide.
Yeah.
I like that. That's awesome.
there's a lot.
Great to get
Yeah.
information out. Works really well.
That's what we can use as well. Thank you.
Part of communication stuff.
That's awesome.
That's what we need. the big
I think one of the things that you do Facebook, wherever you do, having the town landing site page is the easier, just when you're posting stuff, right? So you can paste the link and it's a little easier to navigate. People want to go to the link. But also in the conversation right now, I think we can start trying to draw up a preliminary calendar, like stuff that Andrew sent out. I mean, there's
That's,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
we got a skeleton at least. And I think we can
For the
start
page, you mean,
roll off
the
that.
website? For the website?
Yeah,
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 I agree.
We can set that up at least. Yeah.
so Amanda, do you manage that webpage?
I can, yes.
Okay. Because then if she could do that, that'd be great to start putting all those things on there.
No,
on the calendar.
absolutely.
Is that okay by you, by Christie? Is that okay by you? Okay, Amanda, you're fine with that? I don't like people to be boxed
Right,
in.
Yeah.
do you need any help on
Okay
it?
with Amanda?
Amanda, do you need any help? Like Carla said that she would help out a little bit. If you need
Well, if
any
you just want
help,
to send me what you want on there, I can add it. It's easy.
perfect.
Okay.
All right, I just don't want to overwhelm you.
We don't, because it's a public page, we don't, the moderating isn't the same. Like, we can't remove comments or.
Oh, yeah. You don't want
deal
that,
with all
Christie.
that. Yeah, so it's just, we just post it and then.
Yeah, okay, and then all we do is share it, like on Instagram, if we can just get, I can talk to Dave Bag and see what he can put on the community advocate, structure something, shoot out like the patch, telegram,
Yeah.
whatever we can to get the information out once we have something written out that's concrete.
The other, my other thought was, as I was driving the other day, how much is advertisement via the Route 9 boards?
Billboards?
Yeah,
Clear
And,
channel, yeah.
the town of Westboro, Lyman Street sign.
That doesn't, that's in the contract,
Okay,
and it
Yeah.
Okay.
probably still is, where they have to put up so many community activities that they will just,
Good.
as long as it's gone through Christie, that it's applicable to what you're putting on.
okay.
And that doesn't cost any,
On the town of Westboro one, but the Route 9 ones?
yes.
Oh, Route 9 as well.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so again, another
another,
Great idea.
messaging
Yeah.
point we could get.
That
very-
was when those were approved to be put up.
Yeah.
That was part of the
when
agreement.
it was
to vote,
Thanksgiving,
yes.
I had Amanda put that up,
Okay,
and it
wonderful.
worked out beautiful.
Okay, great.
Thank
Yeah,
God you
yeah,
remembered
yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah.
Casey.
So we'll do that.
Yeah,
too.
the signs.
All our breaks together. Does the town website actually like for a page actually have a calendar on it, like a calendar where they can see like what's what
I'd
day?
probably just do bullet points with the dates. It'd be a little bit clearer.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can put, we can talk to IT because we have the larger town website, but that's just for like official public postings. But we can see if your page, I don't know if we could put a calendar on your page that was specific to your event. So we can figure that out.
Yeah, because I feel like visually it's cleaner to be like, oh, Friday, this is going on Friday. Like just a quick
Right.
glance versus a list. I feel like it's a little more tedious. You have to cumbersome. You have to read through it.
Yeah. So we'll see if, we'll just ask IT if we can do that.
Okay.
I think now that we are capable of fundraising, we can kind of like space some of these events to different days. And so it won't be so overwhelming. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Well, so you mean to change everything?
Like,
You're gonna have everything.
We're gonna try to make it all,
June 26th,
but it depends on what we vote for.
right.
Because I don't want everybody to be overwhelmed with that day. I don't,
Yeah, and I think a couple of our conversations, like the historical tours and whatnot, we were going to try and space those out
yeah. I
over,
think-
over multiple days. The education piece, there will be multiple entry points there. Again, the walking tour would be
Right.
a self-guided thing at any time, also after the 4th. And then the reenactments, whenever we want to do I think there's a strong argument to have at least one reenactment during the
Right.
event,
big-
but that's not saying we can have another one paired up with a subsequent event, or
Absolutely.
prior
Yeah.
event. Yeah.
I just didn't wanna, I just wanted to see what you guys were thinking, if you wanted to spread it out a little bit more.
Does our page have a link to the Mass 250 on it?
I did just add that.
It's there. Okay.
You're good, Amanda.
She's already on it.
I love it.
And
She's like,
Amanda,
"It's
could
already
you
done."
just send us out that link to the page in our emails too, just so.
And if anyone's asking you about it, every committee has a web page. So if you go to the main page under government, lists all the boards and committees, and your committee is listed as well.
Okay.
And then you just go right to it.
And we can copy and we can paste it, right, and share it to the other groups, Christy, so we get everybody excited and ready.
And then
to-
if we put it into town news, it'll be right on the homepage. So if you have something like larger that you want to announce, maybe you want to announce when you have a calendar of events or something like that, that will go out to anyone who's subscribing, and it'll be up right on the front homepage. So.
My next thing, just looking at calendar wise again, next weekend is Martin Luther King Day. We won't be meeting that day, and then that would push us to the following Monday. Also, give us about 2 weeks to kind of come up with some
Good stuff.
some elements.
Right.
So I don't know if I'd love to get some more direction with this. So for the next 2 weeks, we can go.
We know what direction of
Yeah,
go into.
where we
Yeah.
want to go, and
Okay.
then come back.
Yeah.
When you reached out to the other towns, Lydia, did they give you a sense of how many people attended?
Yeah, they said
3 to 5.
between 3 and 5,000.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
No, that's okay. And that was townspeople, Christie, and out of
Out of
towners.
town. It's not as bad. I remember it wasn't as bad as you. A lot of people don't come out as much as they used to. Hope they come out. I'm sure they'll come out here. Look at everybody excited. Okay. Horse and wagon, BJ.
I talked to Jen Kirkland over in Rec and said, hey, who do you guys use for the horse and buggy at the block party? They use Liberty Farm out of Rhode Island. Roughly, they pay per team. $4,000 for 2 teams is what they paid last year. So it's roughly $2,000 per team. I like the idea of not having, doing everything all on the 26th.
Yeah.
Tying in the historical tours, perhaps with another horse ride. We could include a broader audience, some younger kids, earlier time of day. So
Yeah.
I see it as perhaps the horse, we hire another team or 2 or whatever we have in the budget to coincide with some of these other ideas. We can create a broader audience for these events. So I'm happy to, if that people think that's a good idea, over the next 2 weeks, I can reach out to Liberty Farm, the vendor themselves, and let them know what we're planning and seeing what their feedback is. Clearly they already work with the town, so they have familiarity with them. I don't know if that's allowed or not, Christy, you tell me, but,
I'm sorry, I missed that.
no, so the same vendor that the rec department uses for the horse and buggies, could we touch base with them on, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, if it's, I assume that the cost is pretty minimal. The reason we had to do the request for quotes for the fireworks was because of the amount.
It's over
Right.
10,000.
Yeah.
It's over 10,000.
It's well under 10,000, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Per team is
Great.
2,000,
I'll
correct?
take the lead on that,
Right.
unless you have some feedback, Casey, because of Christy.
Nope.
No, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
So we're good.
I like that. It's not that bad.
And I think you would have to have at least 2 teams
Yeah.
like going. One would be going out.
Right.
One loads up.
That only
How
makes
many
sense.
days are we looking? I'm just trying to think if they're going to ask me these questions for the quote.
I think realistically, probably if we come up once at the band, once for the main function on the 26th there, and then another possible function, I think you're looking at 2, maybe 3.
3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 3
Yeah.
events.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 to 3.
Yeah.
Including though the rec thing. So
Understood.
yeah.
Yep.
And what dates they're available.
Right.
I mean, I don't know what dates they have
Yeah.
available.
Are we
Right.
looking to have the 4th of July be the end date of this, given our scope? Right. Okay.
Yes.
So between now, what availability between now and the 4th of July?
Right.
The 26th.
Understood.
Because I feel like
26,
everybody's going to leave
Yeah.
town.
Yep. Got it.
The ghost town
Didn't
started.
they
goes-
tell us that the Declaration of Independence reading is 6 or 7?
I think it was like the 6th or the 8th. There was the potluck. I think maybe that was the 8th, and then the readings the 6th. So they were going to do that nationwide read, but again, given the unique situation of every different town, I think when you got everybody around,
Right.
we
Our
can,
town
Yeah, we
dynamic.
need the people around.
yeah, and it'd be. I think the 6th would.
Push it.
Push
Yeah,
it a little
yeah.
bit too far, and people won't be here.
Agreed.
Yeah. Thank you, BJ.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Then we did that, we did the walk-in, and now the veterans. Carla, you want to speak? Well, I can. So I sent out an email to Paul Horgan, and he's willing to talk to us. Unfortunately, he had a wake to go to, so we were going to meet today, as a matter of fact. And him and John was going to meet Carla and I. So it's to be determined, but they really want to work with us. So whatever that will be, I think we'll do it without them in their separate day with not the block party. But so he's going to get back to us, Carla and I, and then we're looking forward into meeting with him. He's got a lot of ideas with John, so I'm looking forward into speaking with him, with Carla. So once we get that, then when we come back, then we'll have everything written down and ready to go.
Yeah, I feel like next week or our next meeting, we'll have a lot more concrete stuff and be ready to start
Exactly.
putting things on the calendar.
So over the next 2 weeks, I'm gonna share out the Google sheet.
Okay.
And then we can all populate that, and draft who we are going to talk to. Then we got to bring it back that following Monday, review that with you before we contact these folks, or can we contact these folks?
I think you're gonna review it in your meeting,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Okay.
Carla's gonna have the communication that everyone should be using when they're contacting, right?
Okay.
Yeah,
That's what it sounded like.
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, I don't mind
Well, that
drafting
makes
something.
sense.
So coming back, and I think that makes us on June 20, sorry, let me just get my calendar out real quick. Sorry.
I wish it was warm.
June,
June.
Yeah,
Today.
that would put us on January 26th.
Okay.
Yeah,
And-
should we consider having a meeting next week, just another day? If everyone's available and if the room's available.
So just so everyone knows, the
Sure.
22nd at 5 o'clock is the deadline we gave for the fireworks quotes. That
Right.
helps influence your
Oh.
schedule.
Well, so we should have all those quotes back by the 22nd, so then we could make a decision on the 26th too, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
But you just have to, just so everyone understands, as long as they meet all of the requirements, you have to go with the
That's
lowest.
right.
Right. Yeah.
You have to do what to?
To go with the lowest.
It has
Go
to go
with
with
the
the
lowest.
lowest bid, the lowest proposal.
I have an unrelated question. In some of the past meetings, we've talked about reenactment stuff where somebody mentioned knowing a group of reenactors that does like the battle
Yeah.
reenactment. Was that you, Casey?
Yeah.
Is there a contact person you can connect me with? For that?
Yeah, so I gotta email you. I'll email you the Stowe folks. So there's two folks. The Lexington group is quite busy right now. So all like the tiers of folks, the Lexington group, reenactment group, is probably the largest. They're the most well outfitted. Like they got all the stuff. And I can put you in contact with both of them though.
Just-
Yeah,
Get an idea.
just when you're talking with them through email, just probably understand that they're up here, and then the Stowe folks are awesome too, but they're another level, you know. But it's gonna, yeah.
So I'm looking at the calendar, and if we have to give an answer by the 22nd of January, I don't know.
Oh, they're giving
No,
us
no,
an
no.
answer?
They have to give us the answer. We
Yeah,
don't have
they
to
have to
them.
give us, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if we want to meet Tuesday, if it's available, if everybody is available.
The only day I can do next week is Friday.
Yeah, I'm pretty slammed.
Okay.
That I again the following week I could again maybe meet on the 23rd.
On Friday.
That I could
So,
Thursday too.
So my husband's traveling for work next week, so I will be alone with the kiddos.
okay.
I won't have backup, but
Yeah.
I can do Tuesday or Friday. Looks like.
I think we're all, Gary,
I'm available.
BJ.
Depends on the day.
Well, it would be Tuesday, is that what you're saying? So it'd
Yeah.
be Tuesday, next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
That's fine with me.
Yeah, that should be fine.
You can't do it.
Might be a little late, but that should be fine.
Okay.
Can you zoom in?
What time would we think on Tuesday?
What time are you suggesting?
Yeah,
Is this room free? That's the first. It is, okay.
Yeah.
at 5.
See,
6,
6
but
o'clock.
yeah, if on Tuesday.
That's fine for me.
Yeah.
Speaking for myself. Gary,
Yeah.
6
What's that?
o'clock next Tuesday, okay?
Next Tuesday's fine.
Oh, okay.
Did you do 6?
So you two,
You do
No.
6? No.
yeah, I
Okay.
know. No,
I could
don't,
maybe do a Zoom.
Yeah, that's,
yeah.
call in. Something.
I just want to make sure that everybody, I want all of you guys here.
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to happen. So if we want, you know,
I
what
think
what
we got to
what?
stick on the 26th. but
Yeah, yes. What do we want to do on that Tuesday?
I want to bring back, well, first, I kind of like to, are we all going to do this? Do we all agree to do everything that's on the chart?
I don't. I think we're still out of financials. We don't
Right.
have dollar signs
Exactly.
assigned to anything. I think in a perfect world, yes. So
Right.
I think we still need to talk
We-
about that.
we still need-
The only thing I would suggest for meeting for Tuesday, I think the only order of business would be if we all had a list to verify that list, and then we
Yeah.
go asking earlier.
Right.
I think that's the only that's the only
way we can
thing.
do it. I agree with you 100%.
So
Casey.
if we were to have a meeting, I think we
Right.
could have a quick meeting,
Right,
half hour. Here's the list. If you wanted to call in, great, call in. But like
Yeah.
I and keep it limited because we won't all be together,
right,
but we will all see the list before we
Right.
bring it in.
yeah.
And I think maybe we can just come in to verify that list, so then we can go get asking people.
And when you say list, you mean list of businesses?
Yeah.
Yes.
The Google sheet.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Because when you were initially saying lists, I was thinking lists of activities.
No.
I kind of think we need to have both.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
You know,
do.
we're asking for money, like we need to know what we're asking for money for.
Right.
Like we could generally ask for some, but like
Yeah, I
we're
think,
really starting to whittle down what we want to do.
and so I
Right.
think that was part of what the letter was going to serve too, is like,
Build
we
up,
can
yeah.
kind of
Right.
encapsulate, and then maybe, I mean, I'll just make up levels to start, but then we can talk about what levels we want in terms
Right.
of like tiers of donation. And then, so we have that as we go out and work. So I can draft that this weekend. It'll help.
So I just, one of my thoughts is that I think we want to get going on the asks sooner rather
Oh,
than later.
absolutely.
And
Yeah.
if we have those conversations, so there's no,
You have to fundraise that
yeah,
first, right.
there's no snags in us
Right.
talking to anybody, maybe starting Tuesday onward. And,
Right.
and then to continue to follow up with the concrete ask.
Exactly.
Because we, again, this is the list.
Right.
This is the list of things that we would like to do.
Right.
We do need to flesh it out more, so we can kind of detail some of those things, a la dates, a la price points.
Yes.
Get things locked
Because we
in.
have to fundraise in order to see if we can move forward with it. All right.
So we can just ask businesses. Hold the formal
Yeah.
thing.
And have a
So.
in the letter, this is our hope and expectations. These are some of the wonderful events that we are planning currently. Please, we'd love to have you on board. And if there is a specific item here that catches your eye that you want to have higher level sponsorship for, please let us know.
Right.
That kind of.
I do
Right.
think the tiers is important.
Yes.
So one other quick thing. So I know that the town contracts the horses and the buggies for that event. But I mean, the way that they look at this in terms of fundraising is time, talent, treasure, right? Those are the words they use. I mean, the talent may be the horses and the buggy. I mean, there's a possibility for some of these things, people, organizations or whatever around town would be willing to
Want to
donate
sponsor,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of horse barns in town. So I wonder if like it's just something we want to think about is who we're targeting for some of these asks, not specifically to say do you have money, but is there talent you could do?
It's true.
You know,
Right.
because that's good advertising.
I think the
for them to
problem
slap
with
their
that
signs
might
outside
be
of
with
the wagon.
private people to ask them, the liability on their part.
The liability, yes,
That
I
might be
mean,
part of
the
it.
people that you reached out to, they have all that.
right,
They've done it, been there, done that.
right.
Folks in town, and certainly I can understand that.
Maybe
to
we
ask
could-
someone,
Good call,
the horses and the buckboard or whatever the hell they're gonna do.
Right.
What happens if something happens to the horses? Are we responsible now? Or what happens if somebody
Or somebody
Yeah.
falls or
I wonder,
somebody
could we
gets
just call and ask the
So-
stables if they've ever done it before, and if they haven't, then that's fine. But if they have, then ask.
I'm not
'Cause
opposed to making
there's-
phone calls.
Okay.
Yeah, so,
There's a
I
couple
mean,
in town.
I know quite a few of the barns in town, they don't, have a carriage.
All right.
We got a little cart, that we can hook up, but, I don't know. I don't, yeah, I don't even want to, funny. Yeah.
We need a lot of radio flyer wagons.
Yeah.
A parade of radio wagons.
Okay,
Yeah.
then we'll definitely, we'll circle
No,
back.
but to your
next
point though,
Tuesday.
if there are opportunities in town
Sure.
where not just monetary, we should
Right.
take advantage of it.
And not just related to the horses. That's a
Yeah,
good
which-
point. Like anything, right? So I think starting to leverage some of that talent definitely with reenactments and Christie had mentioned that too, with those contacts as well. I think
Right.
that's key.
Okay.
So 6
Definitely.
PM on Tuesday.
6 PM on next Tuesday.
Right.
Can
Yeah.
you send me a link?
We're gonna start at 6.
Thank you.
Starting at
Yeah,
6.
start at 6. Okay.
So that's the 20th.
And we're going to have a little more of an abbreviated meeting because we won't be meeting
Right.
with everybody.
Exactly,
Purpose of that is to review the list and the letter that's going to
Right.
go out to folks.
exactly.
Basically,
And start
vote on
the
that
fundraiser to kind of build
Yeah.
a nest egg for us and then move forward
and
with
go
that.
for it.
Yeah, most definitely.
And so the following time on the 26th, we want to come back with more information regarding the larger plan.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yep.
Yep.
And where we can categorize them and make sure that we can do these things.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely.
Quickly, does everybody have a Gmail account linked to their Google, their email? Okay.
No,
Yeah, yeah, I do.
No.
I'm gonna change that.
Oh, okay. So I'm wondering,
Still access stuff.
you can still access it? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Can you edit Google Documents online, work with them?
Yeah,
Okay.
I feel, I can do that through my town email, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are we sending
Thank
a
you.
list of the names of people we're going to solicit to you?
No, I'm going to create the Google document. I'm going to post it, and then we're just going to start to populate it.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
And then we can check who.
Can we get a list of the town businesses from the economic development people
Yeah,
so that we're not,
I can ask Laura to provide whatever
Mhm.
list she has.
Okay,
Good job.
but that's not too. I can walk around and ask.
You know everybody in town.
Well,
I
and
will.
especially like the folks that you do business with naturally. I mean,
Right.
I think we start there,
Right.
put those out, and then if we need more contacts too, then yeah, we get a list, and then we can sparse those out a little bit
Perfect.
and separate those.
Compare and go whatever you'd like to do, what makes it easier for everybody.
Yeah.
And then we'll check off when we go along. How's that?
Yeah,
Okay,
sounds good.
okay. Now we're gonna approval of the minutes of January 5th, 2026.
it's on
Would
TV,
somebody like to make a motion?
probably.
Make a motion. Motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
Second,
All in favor?
perfect.
Okay, so the next meeting is Tuesday.
January 20th at 6 PM. Same place, different time, 6.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is that meeting adjourned?
Motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
All in favor? Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.